So these buckets here are from the outhouse, if you know what I mean. I haven't had the time to make a composting area for these yet, but it's time to do that because it's starting to pile up on me. I'm making the whole thing out of recycled pallet wood, so this whole thing just cost me like a few bucks really. I get pallets from a local hardware store for $1 each. I also find them on the side of the road pretty often. And then I added some concrete pavers to the bottom because I don't want the tree roots growing into my compost and eating up all my compost.
So that'll go right there on the end. Or will it? There we go. There, that's perfect fit.
You'll see a lot of compost bins made out of pallets, but generally they don't bother taking apart the pallet into its individual pieces. They'll just slap some pallets together and make some walls, and yeah, that'll work, but there's a little bit of a gap between each side of a pallet. There's that empty space in the middle, and I didn't really want that. I did add some gaps between each layer of boards because I wanted some airflow in there, but this was actually a mistake I found out later. The gaps are just way too big, and it had some material falling out between them. And for the front of the bays, I want a channeled groove that I could put boards into. And to make that channel that the boards are going to fit into, I'm just using a skinny piece of wood sandwiched in between 2 wider pieces of wood. I'm also dividing the compost area into 2 separate bins. This is so I can easily turn the compost over. As you add more material, the newer stuff is going to be on top, and eventually you're going to want that new stuff, you want it to decompose in the bottom, so you got to flip it into the other bay occasionally. So you can see the grooves I put in the front of each bay. Those are going to hold the boards to go in the front. So as I fill this more and more, I'm just going to put more boards on so that it can hold more. And then I can also take the boards out and flip the compost if I want to. Now these bays are ready to fill with some poop. Alright, first bucket going in. So it's a few months later, I've been using the composting bin this whole time. It's been working pretty good. You can see I tightened up those gaps between each board so that I don't have any more material falling out. I've been making sure to put layers of green material on top of the poop, and I've turned it a couple times now and it's breaking down pretty quickly. The compost bin's been working great. So this one's just for the outhouse material though. I'm probably gonna need to make a new one soon for just, normal compost. I'll see you guys next time. Do drugs, drive fast, leave the matrix.